Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be breaking down my track Fade Into Black. If you haven't listened to this song, then you should definitely go and listen to it. It's out on all major platforms, so you can either listen to it here on YouTube, or you can head over to my Spotify and give it a listen, or SoundCloud. I'll leave the links down in the description. But yeah, you should definitely have a listen to the track before this video, because I guess it will help it make more sense. But I guess it'll still make sense even if you don't, but yeah, you should just kind of stream my music. But yeah, so I think we will start with the intro because that makes the most sense, so I'll play this part.
And it's Samstone.
Right, so we have a fair few things going on here. So, like the main thing, I guess, one of the main things, are the drums. It's just fairly standard 4 on the floor with hats on the offbeats, and the claps as well. This is the kick we're using. This is from the Noises pack by Livesy or Livesy. I'm not actually sure how you say his name. But yeah, that's a good pack, and I think you should get it because I got it and definitely don't regret it. This clap, I think it was off Splice actually, but yeah, it's a good clap. And then this hat, I'm not even sure where this is from, to be honest. And then this snare thing that's plays at the end. Yeah, just kind of helps add a bit of extra groove. Then if we move further down in order of what's in the window, we've got this impact effect. And then we've got this crash as well. I find that it's good to use a fair few effects, but like to add atmosphere and stuff to the track. But when people send me their tracks saying, oh, can you listen to this and give me some feedback, a lot of the time what they'll do is they'll add a bunch of effects, but they're way too loud in the mix, because you don't want them to be the main thing. Like if you have an impact sound overriding your drums, it just sounds kind of weird. Like if you listen to this, you'll hear they're kind of in the background. Like you can tell they're there, but when you hear them, it's not the main thing that you're listening to. It's either the vocals, the melody, or the drums, really, because the main parts of the song. But yeah, so let's move further down. Oh, I also forgot to show you this, which is just a riser. Yeah, just standard stuff. Also, we've got my vocal tag.
And it's Samstone.
What have we got on this? Some delay. Yeah, oh, fair few things. A couple of EQs, some compression. Kickstart, which is just sidechain compression.
And it's Samstone.
You can see what it's doing there. Oops. And also OTT, which is a multi-band compressor. It's free as well, very good. I recommend you get it, but don't use it too much because it can make stuff sound weird. And then we've got the intro melody bit, which I'll play. I'll go into the piano roll so you can see the notes. Yeah, so if you know this song, you'll know that this is the melody that repeats throughout the whole thing. Like even in the drop, this is the pattern for the drop. It's just like there, I think it's there. There's a triplet, but yeah, it's basically the same. So it's throughout the whole song, it's recognizable. When you hear it, you know it's this song. Like you could have just heard the drop from one of your mates playing it or something, but if you heard the intro, you'd be like, oh, that sounds like Fade Into Black. And yeah, it is Fade Into Black. And then we also have this vocal thing. So this is just, I chopped up the main vocal, which you'll hear in a bit, and then I added, what did I add? Just a ton of effects. But the main thing here, those just make the vocal sound nicer. But then the main thing for this effect is the reverb and delay. So as you can see, I thought it was more wet reverb than that, but yeah, there's quite a bit of reverb on it. And then That's what it is. Okay, normally I use kickstart to do that, but the kick is side-chained. Well, kick is side-chained to a hell of a lot of stuff, but it's side-chained to this, and I'm not even looking at the right track. Oops. The kick is side-chained to this, so it ducks it in and out loads. Like you can hear it's normal there.
And it's Samstone.
But as soon as that kick comes in, it's just ducking in and out, and it's a cool effect just to have in the background. Helps add more vibes. And then another thing that I did at the end is this. What channel is this on? But basically, I think it's on the drum bus, so all the drums are routed to one thing. But you can hear. Actually, yeah, you can hear that it. If we play it from here, you can hear that it kind of cuts out a load of the low end. Yeah, there you go. There must be other automation going on somewhere that I didn't have soloed. But yeah, you can hear what it does. It cuts out a load of the low end, and then it kind of comes back in on this impact at the start. How could you say it didn't want me like that? Start of the verse. So yeah, in the verse we have, again, this repeating melody. What about the time just... Okay, this is barely doing anything, but it's there. And then we also have this again. And yeah, this just repeats throughout the whole song. And then we have the vocals. So, for some reason, I don't normally do this, but when I was making this track, I used a vocal that already had a ton of effects on it. So if we listen to it, I'll turn off all the effects in the mixer. How could you say you didn't want me like that? What about the times you said you never look back? You can hear it's already got a bit of reverb, but I added a ton of stuff to it. How could you say you didn't want me like that? What about the times you said you never look back? Always said you fall when you wanna love it. You keep this up, your heart will fade into black. Hey, and yeah, you can hear it just makes it sound a lot more full. And then if we move on to this next bit, the drums kick in. Is this the same drum pattern as the intro? Yeah, it's the same drum pattern that I showed you before. Again, we've got the effects, and then let's just go through these different patterns that we've got. So we've got a high synth there, and we've got this bass sound, which sounds really cool. This is just a serum. Oh, apparently there's... Okay, so we've got the high part. You can have a look at this. Copy it for yourself if you want. Pause it here. So yeah, that envelope is just mapped to the cutoff there. That's not even doing anything. Yeah, the main part is just the two oscillators, but this sub seems to add a few harmonics. Yeah, it just makes it sound a bit more full, and then that's also mapped there as well. Yeah. And then we also have this sub sound, which is just a standard sub that I use in a lot of my tracks. And yeah, combined together it makes that really cool deep bass effect. And then what else do we have? Okay, this, which again is doing like nothing. I'm not really sure why that's there, but it is. Yeah, so this is the same as the other one, but an octave below. And then if you listen to this
how could you say you didn't want me like that? What about the times you said you never?
It's nice and groovy. And then at the end of this section,
You keep this up, your heart will fade into black. Yeah.
we just have this drum fill, which just has some compression and some EQ. And then we go into the build-up. So yeah, it's fairly standard build up, to be fair. So we've got exhaust going into the build. We've got the cymatics riser. Of course, everyone knows cymatics. If you don't, they have a load of really cool sample and preset packs that you can get. A lot of free stuff as well, which of course everyone loves. This is the main drop loop, which is being filtered up by one of these many pieces of automation. But let's have a look at what's going on here. 4, 5, and 6 in the mixer. Oh yeah, flipping heck, I forgot how many different effects I've got on this. So yeah, you can see that the cutoff and resonance are being automated. What's going on with this? Okay, it's just another sound. Playing the same melody. And what's this one? Oh yeah, okay, so this is playing the same melody as before on 2 octaves. And then if you listen, well, actually you won't be able to hear it, but what track's that on? 33. So if we look here, you'll see that these 2 will be automated. Yeah, that's just making that fade down. I don't know how to use words today apparently. But yeah, the cutoff is being automated, so the high end is being taken away throughout the build as the high end comes in from the other elements. It's a good way to transition smoothly. The drums, let's have a listen to these. Okay, apparently I can't just listen to that. But yeah, so it's just doing that and then it doubles here. And you can hear as well that there's a snare that's filtering in. Oh, okay. So it's just playing from here. Where is this snare? Why do I lay my tracks out so confusingly? Ah, here it is. Yeah, and that's... I got swing on that. So it's not perfectly on the beats, as you can see. It makes it feel more groovy. You can do it with this, which just does swing for you, but I don't like it because you can't do it on all of the... on one pattern. Like if you turn the swing up, well, if there is a way, I don't know how to do it, but if you turn the swing up, it does it on all patterns, and you don't always want that, so I just tend to move it by hand. But if you listen, I'll just quickly quantize that. Yeah, it sounds worse. It sounds better doing it this way. It won't always work on all tracks, but it's a thing that you can try. And yeah, as you can see, we've got some more sweeps. Yeah, just standard stuff. Also, we have the vocal here. It's being filtered up from the start of the build. There's reverb somewhere, so from here it kind of filters down into the build and then filters back, but the reverb's being turned up to make it sound really big and spacey over here, but like not in a way that you would use normally. It just makes everything kind of sound big, 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 and then it goes really small in this little bit here. And if you see in the mixer, what I've done is this is the switch where you can turn it from mono to stereo. So I'll just play another bit of the track and show you what this sounds like. How could you say you didn't want me like that? What about the times you said you never would back? But yeah, if you don't know the difference between mono and stereo, definitely kind of look it up because it's an important thing to know as a producer. But yeah, so I automated that somewhere. Yeah, there it is. throughout the build, throughout the end of the build, and then it just kind of makes it go small, 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 and then you can see it goes back once the drop hits and goes really big. And what? Yeah, we've got this little vocal part, and then also this snare part. And what's this clap doing? Okay, it's just a clap, and then also this laser, because it just sounds cool with the clap. And yeah, so let's go on to the drop, arguably the main part of the track. So, we've got several different parts here. This is part 1. This sounds awful on its own. Yeah, cheeky yoink bass. This is what, in one of my packs, I think it might be my tear out bass pack, I can't remember. But yeah, it's in one of them. Which you can actually go and find my packs in the description if you want to have a look. And then second bass. This was, again, I think this was actually, yeah, when I started writing this track, I found this as a preset because I just bought the Livesey Noises pack, Livesey, I don't know how you say his name. But yeah, as I said, it's a great pack and you should buy it. But I found this and I thought, wow, that's cool, I'm going to make something out of this. Tweaked it a bit and got this bass, which is not too far off from the original preset, to be fair. And yeah, that just sounds cool. There is a ton of processing on it. I don't know why there's so much, because it doesn't even change it that much, but never mind. And then there's obviously the sub playing the same pattern. Might amplify. There we go. But yeah, as I said, this is the same Actually, I don't think that is a triplet. No, it's a triplet. So yeah, if you're not sure how to do triplets, if you go into here and do a third of a beat, that will give you triplets. But yeah, you can hear it just kind of spices up the rhythm a bit, throws in something new, especially because it's the same rhythm that's repeating from before, but it's now different because of the triplet, so it's unexpected, throws the listener off, but in a good way. And then we also have this just kind of drum skip thing. And then this one shot thing. I don't even know what that is, but it just sounds cool. What's going on with the drums? Let's have a listen. Put it on this so it's easier to see. Yeah, just standard drum beat with that off-beat clap at the end. Just there. And then, so yeah, this goes on. We've got another laser sound effect. And then this, I remember finding this preset and I was like, yeah, this is cool. Okay, this isn't the preset, I just made this in Citrus. It's just a sub thing. I better put Camel Crusher on it or something. Let's have a look. Yep, Camel Crusher. Why is everything appearing over here? It's really annoying. Yeah, so it's just a sub, but when you add Camel Crusher, it adds a bunch of harmonics. And then this, which sounds amazing. I think this might be a stock Serum preset, actually. Oh. Yeah, leads booty. But yeah, this sounds really cool. So I'll add this. And it sounds really cool with the sub thing, and also the vocals come back here, and we've also got a little skip thing. And then again, in the second part of the drop, we've got this vocal from the intro with the really heavy side chain. We've also bought in a hat loop. I think this has a really heavy side. Yeah, really heavy side chain. Actually, it's not that heavy, but we also have these random one-shot sounds going on throughout. Oh yeah, this is just another serum sound. It's annoying. Yeah, again, from the Livesy preset pack. You can hate me because I use presets sometimes. I don't really care. Because if there's a cool... People sell them, as do I, so I'm not in a position to say don't use them, because I think you should use them. Learn how to make your own bass sounds as well, because it's an important skill. But like, if you buy a preset pack and you think this sounds sick, then there's no reason you shouldn't use a preset from it. That's why people sell them. But yeah, there's that little dun-dun noise there, which just helps break up the drop a bit. And like I said, there's that there. Yeah, adding in these cool sound effects dotted throughout the drop, obviously in places where it makes sense, but doing stuff like that can make it sound cool. And also the kick plays the same rhythm as that dun-dun thing, which just, yeah, sounds cool again. And I forgot to mention as well, the second part of the drop, the melody is changed up. Yeah, the triplet isn't... Oh no, the triplet is there. It's there twice. But yeah, if you change up the second part of the drop, it can just help make it not as repetitive. Yeah, like, that's what I tend to do with my tracks, because I don't tend to have the drops as long as other people, and I want to keep the energy up. So if you don't change things up after a while, it will start to get boring. So that's why I did in like the new hats, these little sound effects, the vocal loop, and also changed up the melody, yeah, because it can just sound cool. And then going out of the drop, we've got this thing. So it's that vocal loop again, and I'm automating the panning of it. Yes, there it is. And we just got some effects, impacts and a riser to go back into the second verse.
How could you say you didn't want me like that? What about the times you said?
And having this kind of calmer section without all the pumping drums and the bass and everything can help create contrast, because often if your song is like just going full blast throughout, the drops don't hit as hard. Like, you need to have quieter sections to have the louder sections, because music is all about like contrast between the sections. So if you don't have the quieter sections, then the loud sections won't hit as hard as they could. What's this EQ? I don't even know.
You keep this up your heart,
But yeah, then we just go back into the verse the same as before, build up the same, and then if we go here. So we've got the bass. It's just one of the bass sounds. This one. But yeah, if you listen, the reverb is being automated on it, which you can see there. So it just rises up and up and up, and then goes back to normal when the drop hits. And yeah, as you can obviously tell, the melody is different from the first drop, which sounds cool. It's another cool thing you can do. Again, in the second drop, actually, I've got this hat loop coming in straight away, which only came in halfway through on the first drop, because by this time the track's been going on for a while. So when the second drop hits, you need to make it like even higher paced and more interesting than the first drop. So the combination of adding in this hi-hat loop just to give the drums a bit more bounce and excitement, and then also changing up the melody line to something people aren't expecting, because obviously it's new, because it's not the same as the first one. It just helps keep the track carrying on with power and stuff. Yeah, and then we've got that there. And then this is basically the same as the second part of the first drop, if that's not confusing enough. But it's the same melody loop throughout all of this, actually. Yeah, it's just the same throughout, but again we've got this little sound and the laser there, just because it sounds cool. And then we go into the outro. These long outros, if you're never sure why people do them, I think the reason it's a thing is for DJs, because like when it's gone past this second drop, what you can do is having this long drum break, long drum outro where not much is happening, but the track's still going. If you're a DJ, you can use it to easily transition into another track. And obviously, if you're making dance music, you want it to be good for being used by DJs. But yeah, this is just kind of standard stuff. It's that bass loop again from the verses, and then this vocal, just some standard drums, and then the bass loop drops out, so it's just this. And then we've got this drum fill at the end. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole track. So I hope you found this useful. It's kind of an insight into how I do things, how I work. I should mention that I've got a track coming out this coming Friday, the 20th of November. Make sure you pre-save it. The link will be in the description. And make sure you listen to it when it's out, obviously. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, as always, leave them in the comments. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.